What's up, everybody? I wanted to share with you my latest build. This is a rifle build, like a DMR build, semi-automatic, and I use the Mark 17. This, I think, is the best of the rifles. It's got huge damage, really good recoil and accuracy, and I've tested them all, and this one just seems to be the best. There's a couple of good talents you can look for. Currently, I'm on a strained one with accuracy as the middle roll. It's not the most important to have the accuracy as the middle roll, but it is a nice one. The other talent that I found, this is strictly PvE talking. PvP strained, I think, is definitely the best choice. But if you're running PvE, Optimist can also be really good. Weapon damage is increased by 3% for every 10% ammo missing from the magazine. So at first I thought that a smaller magazine would make more benefit from this. But actually, it works out that the larger magazines tend to work better because, say, this magazine's 60. When you're at 50% of your magazine, you're at 15% bonus damage for the remaining 30 shots. And that's a lot of extra damage, and it scales up. Each shot, it does stack. You don't have to reach 10% breakpoints. So you might find that this talent is better. Currently, I'm running strained, which is 10% crit damage for every 5% armor that's depleted. It works great when you start taking damage, but the weird thing about this build is you pretty much sit and cover and you don't take much damage. You have huge amounts of health sustain, and it's really solid. I use the chatterbox just for the bonus rate of fire after killing something. If you're running Optimist, chatterbox is not very good because you don't want to actually reload very often with your Optimist talent. But you could also run Merciless for that occasional explosion, but hardly worth it with the semi-automatics. As far as talents go, really important, backpack with safeguard. You're going to need to have 5 or less firearms talents or red stuff, and that can be somewhat difficult to do with trying to maintain high DPS, like high crit, but I was able to pull it off. My backpack that I have is Araldi Holdings. It's got weapon damage, health, safeguard, and hardened for the armor. It's a pretty solid backpack, and it's very important. It synergizes with your knee pads. You got 2 choices for knee pads. I'm wearing Gila guards. You don't need to wear Araldi's or Gila, but Gila's a great one-piece set. Gives 5% total armor. I'm going to be re-rolling this attribute here to actually armor, because you want lots of armor on this build, and I'll show you why on the chest piece. But patience, after being in cover for 3 seconds, your armor repairs by 5% every 1 second. The other option would be, where is it? It is, I don't have it in my inventory, but headshots will actually generate 5 armor when you use the rifle. And it's pretty solid, but I think patience is better for PvE. PvP, sure. If you're running PvP version of this build, you'd want the knee pads that give you 5% armor on headshot. This actually ends up being way more than 5% armor. When you get a kill, for 20 seconds, you get a bonus of 150% healing and repair effects. So that 5% actually turns into 12.5% armor every single second. And you'll see when I do this mission at the end, I'm going to do a challenge mission. The armor just racks up and is non-stop healing. It's really awesome. This build, you do want to go for a lot of armor. Because of this talent, Unstoppable Force, killing an enemy grants 2% weapon damage for every 10,000 max armor. So at 200,000 armor, you're going to be getting 40% bonus damage. Now, this is 40% bonus to the base of your rifle, so it doesn't actually take the number that I see right now and give it 40%. It is a bit less than that because I have some weapon damage increasing this, and I don't have much, though. Honestly, if you look in my stats, we have, let's see here, only 0.5 all weapon damage bonus. That's like nothing. And 25% rifle damage bonus. So we have a nice chunk right there. And you want to make sure you factor that in. That weapon damage bonus I had on my backpack, the 5.5, is actually being negatively affected by my magazine in the gun, which is giving a -5. We can go over the mods to the gun after I finish showing you the other slots of gear, which aren't nearly as important. I'm just running gloves. They have surgical. I would prefer this marksman rifle damage to be rifle damage. I haven't found a good enough pair to roll onto here, but that would be great to add some more rifle damage here. Armor and health, that works great. Mask, nothing important here. I'm running damage to elites. If you're doing PvP, you could always get crit chance or health. It's also got hard hitting for the damage to elites. So these are actually getting 46% damage to elites on this one mask. It works great. And it's a good one-piece bonus, 8% health. And then my holster, Wyverns, one piece gives crit damage. And then I've got surgical with a crit chance roll. So we've got 20 crit on this holster. With this build, it's a little bit tough. You're going to need 7 or more blue stuff to unlock your unstoppable force and your safeguard. Oh wait, no, I take that back. Just the unstoppable force and the knee pads. 7 or more. Now, safeguard requires 5 or less red stuff, and so does this talent right here, strained, 5 or less. So you really have to have no more than 5 reds, and you can have no less than 7 blues. So it's a little bit tough. You may need to try to balance it out with certain pieces of gear. I recommend looking at chest pieces to get your blues. I was able to get a blue attribute for 1 blue, plus 2 blue off or defensive slots. So this chest is giving me a total of 3. It also had crit chance on it and the talent I wanted. Without this chest, it would have been pretty tough to pull off. But I also lucked out. My knee pads, rarely do I ever find this. This is a 3 blue knee pad right here. A blue talent or attribute, and then 2 blue defensive mod slots. Keep an eye out for stuff like this, because a lot of times getting 7 blues is tough when you're also trying to make damage. As far as mods go on the gun, I run a crit damage muzzle. I run a crit chance laser, a crit chance scope, and an extended round magazine. You do lose 5% damage with this. Some people will choose not to run the magazine, but I do think it's worth it, so you don't have to sit there and reload as much. However, it's not necessary, but I do prefer it. Now, as far as talents go in solo play, and sometimes even in squads, I run the Hive Reviver, and you definitely want to be running like a chem launcher heal, so you can get that really good heals, as well as the Specialist for Sharpshooter, really important. That gives rifle damage and all sorts of other good stuff. This thing hits really hard. Body shot crits are 90,000 unbuffed. Headshot crits 131,000 unbuffed. And by unbuffed, I mean we don't have unstoppable force going, and we don't have itty crit damage from strained going. I've seen over 300,000 on my crits. And let's go take this for a run. We're going to run Jefferson Trade Center on challenging. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this. If you don't want to stick around for the gameplay, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Check me out live, Twitch TV/Inigo Montoya. And don't hesitate to comment in the comment section. Let me know what you guys would change, what you think is better or worse. And yeah, Jefferson Trade Center challenge. Here we go.
Last radio contact with Espinosa came from a parking garage close to the shade.
This build absolutely shreds. I love it. And it's so safe. I try to just kind of spam it. I don't play this build super accurate like some people do. I mean, you can sit there and be careful, but honestly, I just kill them as fast as I can, which seems like spamming it is the best way to go. Whoop, wrong button. This gun is super accurate to spam. It's not bad at all. And you'll notice the Rate of fire increase from the chatterbox is actually quite nice. If you really want to get some huge damage, just don't go in cover. Lose some of your health. Whoa!
Serious trauma.
Don't get juked like that, though. Okay. Watch my health, though. That was close to bad. But if you do want to get the damage from strained, you can just pop out of cover, take a little bit of damage, and then pop back in to get your regen going again. But if you just stay in cover, you're not really going to get much of a benefit from strained. That's why it's kind of hard for me to choose between strained or optimist. Every time I switch, I'm like, man, I'd rather have strained right now. And then I switch back, and I'm like, I'd rather have optimist right now. It's really tough.
Who is this? How are you on this channel?
Friend of yours gave me a real nice wristwatch. He's right here. Want to talk to him? If you want him back, we can make a deal. Back off and deliver him unharmed. Mostly.
They'll keep him alive. They aren't stupid. Just find that hyena piece of shit and waste her.
It just absolutely melts them. You can see the heals are just out of control. When you have safeguard up and you pop a heal on the ground or get in cover for 3 seconds, it's pretty crazy.
He didn't have to die here.
Uh-oh, that's a Tech 9. Those are death. Look at the damage they do. It's insane. Stay away from the Tech 9. Come on, dude.
That bastard can't have gotten far yet. Go after her.
Stay away from the Tech 9. What the hell? Not bad. 171,000 with no strained on the elite. $240,000 body shot there. I had some strained going.
Look, there is nothing you could have done.
Pretty nice. Does some serious damage to elites. There wasn't enough elites in this mission, though, to really
I hope she
show its
suffered a bit
potential.
before you finished her off. Anyway, thanks to you, we're an important step closer to getting the Shade Network back to full strength. You did good.
It's not a
See you
horrible
around.
backpack. Ooh. Now that is a sweet chest right there. Hello. We got huge armor roll. Crit damage, crit chance. We got a defensive slot and a utility slot. So we got 2 blues on this, 2 reds, and an open circle triangle talent. Not too bad. But yeah, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Check me out live, Twitch TV /Inigo Montoya. Thanks for watching, guys.